Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Woo-wee. I'm excited. We about to do what I like to do. Talk about my girl. Yeah, you see it. Maya. I got some more information. Title's going to be more insights into Maya philosophy. That's what I do for you. Let's get this party started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lesson. You tune in to get them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on. Doing pretty good, I think. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life, and that's what it is if you practice it right. Through mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. As a right thinker, you should be on your job to get the information that I give you daily to do just that. Know thyself. Let's go. So I asked the question, do you know you? Excuse me. It's rhetorical, but if you don't, tune in. I can help you with that also. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. What I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. That's okay. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. My favorite subject. All right. The title, we in chapter 10 in Egyptian yoga, philosophy of enlightenment. I'm just trying to give you information. This is the information age. I'm going to pour information down on you just like the Aquarian is doing with the water. The water signifies symbolically knowledge. I'm just pouring it down on you. You can do what you want with it. I got it. I'm just giving it away. Let's go. So chapter 10, Maya, it says virtue and order. Boy, those two bad combinations. You got those two things. You got those two things working for you in your life. You're gonna be all right. Watch this. Performing Maya is breath to the nostrils. Do Maya. Why? That your life upon this earth may be long. Fools don't live long. And it shows you here what scales of Maya. You got Anubis and you got the feather Maya against the ab, what we call the heart, the vessel that keeps everything. They symbolically call it the ab because it stores the heart, conscious, everything that goes on in you, stored right here. Not a bit. Okay, so let's go. More insights, right thinkers, right thinkers. Let's talk about more insights into Maya philosophy. I've been giving it to you since the beginning. This ain't gonna be nothing new, but it's gonna be a little more intense, a little more hopefully informative. So the questions asked: how did Haru, which is you, succeed in what? Restoring righteousness, peace, and harmony in the world. And how does this apply to the spiritual evolution of who? Every human being. Again, knowledge of self, manifesting things that you learn for yourself will do just that. That's why I'm giving it to you so you can do just that. So what's this? This is the path of what? Maya, or the path of righteous action. That's the path that I'm on. You're right thinker. This is the path that we're on, but that's the path that I mastered. But what is Maya? And what are its teachings? Really? I love this. Now, we will expand on some themes introduced in chapter 5. I said we did a while ago, but this is going to be like they say, more insight, okay, of the philosophy. Going to break it down a little more for you. So that's my job. Let's start with the judgment. We all know the judgment. You're standing there waiting to see how your heart come in. They did all that. So watch this. But the concept of the judgment now, the conscience, which spelled CONSCIENCE, meaning it's been proven that the heart conscious is what? Of human is his or her own God. God dwells in the heart of man. And now that's from the book of Coming Forth by Day. This been a concept 10,000 years ago. But what's this? It gets better. The Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day and Night is one of the oldest philosophical and spiritual texts. That means the information has been there for a long time. I'm just bringing it back. And guess what? Like the blood of Jesus, it still works. It describes, watch this, it describes, this is the important part, the journey of the human soul in the realm of what? The afterlife. And it describes that each man and woman must do to what? Survive death and come forth, okay, into the light of day, which is life, illumination, and eternal happiness, aka heaven. We call it the field of reeds, the duat, the netherworld, dimension. It's a whole bunch of names you call for, but again, it's all about you as the individual. They thought the Egyptian was obsessed with death. If you're born, you're going to die. You're not be obsessed with it. You got to be aware of it and understand it, and that's what we did. We gave you a concept of what's going to happen what? After you die. So that hopefully that give you the purpose and reason to live right here to get to that place. Because if not, you're going to stay here and repeat it over and over again. That was the concept. It haven't changed. Moving on. But watch this. Now, this is the concept of the scales. You see the scale? I'm going to show you to you again. We're going to break it down. You see the feather at the top? You see the balance on both sides? I'm going to break it down for you. Again, more insight. Hopefully you get a better understanding. But look at the scales as hemispheres of your brain. You got left, you got right. The left functions with this, the right functions with that. Fine. Control the body, all that we know. But why is the feather in the middle? That's God. That's the decision maker. When you have knowledge of right and wrong, now it's up to you to make the decision. See where I'm going with this? So you're the deciding factor. So in return, you are the one who controls what you do. See where we're going with this? So now watch this. Now the concept is at the time of death or prior to death, what happens? The heart consciousness, again, CONSCIENCE, is symbolized by the ab. I just told you a little vessel of what? Of the being in its way against what? Truth. Symbolized by what? The feather of Maat. Sometimes it be the figurine of Maat, but she represents truth. If you're a right thinker, truth is all we represent. Why? That's honesty, and that's God. God represents truth, okay? If you're not a truthful person, you can't be a right thinker, okay? Lying to yourself is unacceptable. Here, watch this. Our godly faculties is symbolized by who? Ampu, or we know him as the Nubis, which is, I can tell you, your discernment from right and wrong. You should be able to know good or bad. Okay? So I tell you, my street acumen does that. Some people don't have it, so I understand it. But you need to understand, to be discerning, mean you got to know if he's full of crap or not. Simple as that. Moving on. Now, then you got Tahuti. He represents thought, and that's our ability to use, and they're going to question our ability or judge our ability to use them when? While on earth. That's what's going to be judged. Your heart against your discernment, your thought process, everything that you did restores in the heart. And at the judgment day, that's what's going to be taken into account. Not what religion you was, not how much money you had, how big your house was, how much money you got in the bank, all that, what you did in your career, athletically, whatever it is, it don't mean nothing. It's for here. And when you leave here, so does that. So moving on. Now, I'm going to end up, this is the chapter 10. I'm going to take you to the whole chapter. So prepare yourself. I ain't going to burden you with a whole bunch at one time. I'm going to break it down for you. But it's going to be the whole chapter. I'm going to end in with the 42 confessions of Maat. So if you're a fan of that, tune in. It's going to take a while, but I'll get you there. All right? So let's go. And because of the 42 confessions of Maat, what they call it, the 42 precepts of Maat, in the first phrase that it says, I have not done iniquity. That means wrong acts, bad stuff. That's the first thing you have to say, I have not done. Not a commandment saying, thou shalt not do. No, you know better than that. Why? You know right from wrong, so your decision making is based on you. And it says, I am pure. My nickname, P-Funk, the P stands for pure. Funk means real. So I'm right on point with who I think I am and what I should be doing. That was, I don't know how that happened, but that's what's happening where I'm at right now. Watch this. I have not done iniquity. I am pure. Now, I can't say that back then. Through the way I study, the way I live, and how I do what I do, I can say that now. So I am pure heart. And what? Being pure heart means what? Watch this. This is the kicker. This is the ultimate. You got to understand. Purified heart makes you worthy of immortality. If it wasn't beginning to less, I'd drop the pen and leave it right there. But that's how you get to immortality. Purify your heart by doing good and righteous deeds by other people. Above was the precept, number 1 from the 42 precepts of Maat. Now that was 10,000 BCE to 5,000 BCE. That concept has been in place for a long time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Moving on. It ain't new. Like biblical knowledge, Islamic faith, Hindu. All those are new concepts. Mine is not older than all of them. That's my point. So watch this. So moving on. Now, in the halls of Maat, the heart and the internal organs of the deceased are judged by 42 judges who are each in what? In charge of just one regulation. You see them guys sitting up in the booth? They're all in charge of just one aspect. And that one aspect that you claim you have not done, that's the aspect of your character that's going to speak for you. And if you have not done what you said, they're going to expose you. Yourself to yourself. How about that? That's why you can't lie to you. God knows your heart. This is what they're telling you. We knew that a long time ago. Thank you, Pastor. All 42 regulations are what? A virtuous guides for living, making up the basis for what? The 42 negative confessions. Hence, I have not of Maat. If one lives righteously, one will be able to say that one has not committed any of those offenses. Another drop the mic moment, but the pen moment, excuse me. This is what Maat represents. And this is why I respect it so much. And I'm going to understand. When you practice her philosophy, when you implement it in your life, oh, you'll be a whole different person. And you'll reverence her for that. Why? Because her philosophy is getting you where you need to be while here to get you once you leave here. Okay, the Bible. Basic instruction before leaving earth. Maat is giving you that before they came up with it. Let's go. Watch this. Upon uttering these words, the deceased takes on what? A new name. Here it's going to say Catherine Jones. Here's when I'm going to deviate and say P-Funk. Okay? Because I'm using me as an example. Why? To prove to you. Watch this. This is what you want to be able to do. Watch this. In utterance of the word, you find yourself a new name. So now, instead of P-Funk, right, it is now Asar P-Funk, right? Why? Because if the heart of Asar P-Funk right, is found to be heavier than the feather of Maat. Now, instead of joining with Asar in that place, what happens? He is sent back where? To the realm of mental illusion. They consider the world, the physical world that we live in, is a mental illusion. Watch this. The world. The physical world. In the form, watch this. Now, this is get a little iffy with me. But it sends you back, and I understand it. Watch this. In the form of an animal or beast, what? To be eaten by the monsters who? Evil spirits who feed on what? Sin, greed, and unrighteous character, aka, etc. Bad people. Egoistic people. They love y'all. They feed off of egoistic people. Why? Y'all keep feeding them. Y'all just keep feeding the beast. Okay, watch this. Perfect example. Now, if the heart of P-Funk Right is found to be lighter, here we go. This is my part. Then the feather of Maat, or equal in weight, it signifies that he had led a virtuous life. I take pride in that. And what? Had mastered the what? The knowledge, not the belief, not the superstitions, but the knowledge of our and wisdom of what? Of every God of my character, my personality. I keep telling you that, master each one. And that's what will happen when you get all of them. Watch this. All of which are what? Aspects of the one God, and that he is fit for a new life. I don't care about this. I love my stuff, but the next life don't need none of this. All right. Asar P Funk, right, is what? Now ready to what? Transcend this world. Meaning when death comes to the physical body, I'm gone. I'm out. Yeah, woohoo, I'm gone. I got wings, my man. When you transcend from this world, where? Into the next realm of existence. Not death, the next realm of existence. Well, what's going to exist if the physical body stays here? The astral body that's within, that's the spirit that I'm trying to get you to. You need to understand who that is. That's knowing thyself. When you get to that point, you know who you are. And watch this. When this life is over, next level. That's what they knew. Death wasn't the end all be all. We think ignorantly, man, I died, that's it. You really got this thing messed up. So that's the in religion gave back the concept of what? Living for heaven. Living, doing right and working. Yeah, that's cool, but we started the concept. That's what I'm saying. And watch this. Now he is ready to what? To journey back to meet the cosmic Asar, who what? Who represent cosmic consciousness, the all, or Ra, we call them, right? Asar P-Funk now through his own. Every individual they have to live their own what? Virtuous life. I can't do it for you. I can do it for myself. I'm trying to teach you so you can do it for yourself. That's my job to teach you. And watch this. Through my own virtuous life, now I'm allowed to take on, watch this, or fashion a new glorious body to what? Live in eternity with a soul. That's why I had to drop the mic right now, because if that don't tell you everything you need to know about living righteous and following my philosophy to get you want to go, ain't no more I can tell you, but I will. However, I got more to talk about, so let's go. I'm just trying to teach. That's what I do. I'm in the groove right now. Now this is called, so thus Asar, right? The individual, okay, human soul meets and joins with the Asar, the supreme being. Hold that note. Yeah, excuse me. After understanding that when you live a righteous and virtuous life, you will what? Your soul will meet and join with Asar, aka the supreme being. That's the philosophy, that's the concept, and that's what we want to do. I got a few more minutes of this before I break it down and let you go to my next lesson, but let me get through this. Now, what happens? This signifies what? That our own nature is what? Our own nature is that of universal consciousness. The one, the all, the absolute, whatever you want to call them. But this will let you know how to get there. What was separate, watch this, only by what? Our ignorance of ourselves, now reunited and what? Remember. AKA, in order to remember something, you have to have known it. So knowing thyself before we got here in our spiritual self don't mean nothing in the physical world. With our God consciousness controlling the heart, you need to know yourself here and now. That's the concept. So it's there. You just got to figure it out. Watch this. And now it is only due to what? Again, ignorance and the world's distractions, the distraction of the world of what? Your desirable objects that we think will what? We think that we are individual human beings with bodies which are mortal. Stop. Right, thinkers? We're spiritual beings having human experience. Once you get that concept, understand it, you know it's more to you than just you. That's the whole idea. Now, if you think you're immortal, in reality, watch this. We are immortal and eternal spiritual beings who are what? Only one are one with the universe and each other. Once we what? Remember and realize that. That's the idea of knowing thyself. I make that face when I just try to get my point across. So I hope you get it. Yeah, I make the gas face. Let me wrap this up for you. Now, hope you get the lesson. Hope you're enjoying it. To realize what? This even more what? Before death. I get excited. It is necessary to live in a virtuous manner. This is what I teach, this is what I preach, and this is what I live for you every day. Why? That's what it's done. It don't happen every now and then. It's a continuous thing like everything else. It goes on and on until what? You master it, get better at it, and it become a way of life. Living right should become a way of life. Right, thinkers? That's what it's going to be. And learning what? Again, learning. In order to learn, somebody got to be teaching. If you're the student, somebody got to teach. I was a student for over 30 years. Now I'm the teacher. So you follow me. You're learning the lessons of what? Of human existence. I'm trying to get you to make your way of yourself. And what? Uncovering the veil of ignorance. I'm trying to enlighten you, give you information that's going to help you become a better you. Which what? The ignorance blinds us from what? The realization of our essential nature. Godly. We must therefore what? You ready? Right, thinkers? We must master the knowledge and gain the wisdom of what? Every God. That means every aspect of our character, personality, other than the damn ego self. Learn all the other aspects, master them, and the ego don't have no wiggle room to do nothing except what you tell it to do. My ego is under my control. He worked for me. That's what you wanted to do, not run you. I'm Pooh, God of who? Discernment, Anubis, as you know him. Between what? Discerning between reality and illusion. True and untrue. And Tahuti, the God of what? Wisdom, woo, experience, truth, oversees the scale. You have wisdom once you experience something. You can't have wisdom of something you haven't experienced. I got a bunch of books that don't give me the wisdom. My experience does. My practice of it does. The power ain't in the knowledge. It's the use of the knowledge that makes you powerful. Sorry about that. I get a little caught up. But he's the one who oversees the scales of mind. That's you. It's still you. You still doing you. Excuse me. And these judge the what? They judge the condition of the heart, aka ab, and determine its level of spiritual achievement from the scale of 1 to 7. Okay? If you don't get past 3, that means your heart wasn't open. You didn't do what you need to do for others, so you are considered beastly. You go by the weight of Sandusky, as my old man would tell you. So let me wrap this up for you. I got some more, don't worry. And what happens? This is also symbolized by the Maat monster, the devourer of hearts. Hold that thought. I got to answer that. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Let's remember, I finished up at. Now, this is also symbolized, watch this, by Maat, the devourer, the monster devourer of hearts. Who, watch this, according to the Greenfield Papyrus, determines, watch this, those who are advanced spirits and worthy of salvation, righteous virtuous living people, those who have what? Developed their higher consciousness centers from 4 to 7, and is symbolized by what? The 4th through 7 rings on the chakra levels of consciousness, the spiritual energies on the chakra. And watch this. And those who have not progressed beyond their base animal nature, aka lower nature, lower consciousness centers, symbolized by what? The lower 3 rings from 1 to 3. That's why you see Maat writing from between 3 and 4. Anything from 3 down ain't making it. That's the lower level. Watch this. And that's considered the unrighteous. You are symbolically devoured by the monster and of what? Evil spirit. That means your spirit wasn't good. Your spirit wasn't pure. It didn't make the cut. So your body dies and your conscious, your heart will be eaten. So you no longer exist. No chance for rebirth. No chance for afterlife. They were scared to death as Egyptians of that whole concept, like most of us about hell. Okay, that's what they're trying to get you, something to deter you. Punishment is meant to be a deterrent, not just glorified do it. I hate it taking care with my kids, but if they got a line, you got to get it. So understand that. I don't care. They changed the law. Moving on. I don't get into that either. But deterrent, a preventive measure to try to let you know, if you do this, cause and effect. If you did this, I got to do that. So understand. Let's wrap this up. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Now, as in the chakra systems in India, those who achieve no higher than the level of 3rd chakra are considered to be people of the same, watch this, the same level of consciousness as what? Animals. Hence, beastly nature. If you're at the 3rd level, that means you're surviving, you like to have sex, and it's all about you. That ain't gonna get it. That's why the 4th level up makes the change in you as a person. You become conscious of other things other than those 3 base things that you can live off, but it won't get you to the next level. That guarantee a trip back into this world. Moving on. Watch this. Let me wrap this up. They will have what? Reincarnate. I just told you. In order to what? Further what? Evolve what? Beyond that stage. You gotta wake up eventually. That's the whole part about reincarnating. If you don't wake up, you get to go back and do it again. So nobody who's unenlightened gets to go home. Nobody who become conscious of himself stays here. Simple as that. Moving on. Now, upon reincarnating, they will what? Once again, here you go, have the possibility to what? For confronting your situations in life, but this time you will be afforded what? Them the opportunity to what? Perform correct or what I call right action. A do-over. If once it was a mistake, okay, I didn't know. Second time you do something that you know is wrong, that's not a mistake. That's an intent. And the punishment for that is death. To the spiritual concept, when you're not living doing right, your punishment is death. Understand that? It's kind of harsh, I understand, but let me wrap up. Watch this. Right action leads to what? Right feeling and right thinking. I didn't make, that's what's in the book. Understand. But watch this. And all that tells you what you should be doing. The same thing. Wrapping it up. Right feeling and right thinking lead to what? Right being, which is the goal for all right thinkers to be what? What we really are. You ready? One with God, aka knowing thyself, to be who we really are. God. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all let it be 100 and be 100 minus a day. So I never know that good thinking, right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back.